Hello, is there anybody out there? Hello, YouTube. I needed to take a break from offensively self-assurance of the day, the draining jaunts of the superficial and sobering topics. And I did not want to release several videos I have kept stewing. A few things I have been thinking about for years, but dared not address due to not being a scientist. One is ethics in science and my thoughts regarding if scientists are the modern day clergy. The other topic is further explorations regarding if physical reality is actually a mirror. This said, I am finding it difficult to rest. So let's use my insomnia. So much is going on in the world. It is often difficult to determine how to assign my time. Simple seems best. Let's use the metaphorical launching pad of social media as a departure point. Yesterday was another opportunity to clash against another's false claims, which genesis was in the mind of one who was overreaching. I am not talking about the overreaching that one may see in the legislative branch, though one may say, like the legislative branch, certain people may see themselves as less susceptible to limits and may see themselves as suitable to a condition due to access to the pockets of the people, where the abandonment of societal norms is obvious and the currency is popularity. Not unlike President Lincoln's suspension of habeas corpus during the Civil War. Allowing integrity to waver. Sometimes, selecting to communicate with others through social media sites like YouTube is challenging, though never preferable for me anyway to speaking directly to my housemate or visitors, family or friends. Though what could be a relaxing departure from the daily grind via the digital world is merely a mess sometimes. It makes me think of the series of interactions I have experienced. More specifically, it brings forth the question if it is wise to determine the potential worth of our attempts versus assessing the rewards or punishments we receive from others via our attempts of communication. Basically, if a subjective cost-benefit analysis is indeed beneficial, this travel of social cognition can be riveting and unequivocally detestable. Periodically, I wonder what models of my mind is being constructed by the viewer of a video or the other person participating in the informal discussion. More often than not, I encounter false inferences regarding my mental states. I think that is due to the subject matter that I examine. This got me to wonder, how often do I do this to others? Let's face it, when interacting with other people, it is easy to automatically make inferences about them without even being consciously aware of it. This said, surely we know via the elementary study of the processes of perception that we are not always directly experiencing the world around us. If I am actually experiencing the image created in the mind, then I am ultimately shackled to my sensory organs. Again, if I am actually experiencing the image created in the mind, is there a better way? Then how can I come to terms with my biological shackles? Is there a better way? So, If the brain is a reality generator as much as an information processor, then why, one moment, reality is a manifestation within the mind, and yet, during other instances, we readily accept that we create our experiences. Duality yet again. Science has shown us that the activation of specific brain areas is automatic once our mental radar detects another person. So this, I would assume, would remain true even if this is not face-to-face contact and virtual reality contact or contact via telephone lines. So how much emotional involvement is invested in the interaction process? The pounding of cognitive or emotional involvement is loud, is very loud. Can you hear it? This said, how can we pinpoint the importance of the phenomenon of our experience, that which appears to be, if that which is apprehended is unknowable? Then how can we free the mind so it is no longer forever barred from a direct knowing of the thing in itself? Though this merely brings more questions to mind, this video and my earlier experiences has reminded me not to be seduced by my daily experience into false beliefs regarding the true nature of things. So, exploring the physical sciences may persuade me to not release certain materialistic worldviews. However, what works well in the physical sciences appears to be flawed when adjusting those ideas to human affairs. Further, if we can move beyond our prisons, then a crisis in worldview, I estimate, will not dominate our social, economic, and ecological self-propelled movement. Please share what you think. Be well, and thank you for listening.